That spot is yours to grab. Charlie's caught between a rock and a hard place. He wants a dazzling future, but not by selling his friends down the river. Seeing Charlie's hesitation, the principal granted him more days. Outside, the rich kid blocked Charlie. We can't betray friends. I won't tell your parents. Keep quiet and leave the rest to me. Charlie hesitated but nodded. His life took a nosedive, and the next day Charlie went to work at his employer's. To his surprise, as the family left, the loyal servant began packing up. Charlie had no choice but to help out as asked. Just then, Charlie inadvertently committed a major and irreversible faux pas. Ever since Loyalty lost his sight, all his authority had transformed into an unassailable sense of pride. He hated being treated as blind. Charlie was soon in first class to NY, drinks served by the attendant. For once, the grumpy loyal servant was acting like a gentleman, leaving Charlie utterly stunned. How do you know her name? Upon at Sinolanda or the 3/4 Hotel d'Aue. He told Charlie she wore Flora's perfume, but she spoke with a California accent. This aspiring British lady from California. Calling her Daphne would be the highest compliment. Charlie's mind was blown. Loyalty followed up with, women are always my number one, and Ferris come in second. After landing, a loyal servant noticed Charlie was distracted. Sharing his school experiences, Loyalty understood at once. But he didn't say much. They arrived at New York's finest restaurant. During their chat, Loyalty finally revealed the trip's purpose. Turns out, it was a farewell trip. He planned to enjoy a meal, visit his brother, and meet a lady. This way, he'd be ready to say goodbye to the world. Charlie, on the other hand, was sweating bullets, while Loyalty elegantly savoured his meal. Loyalty had a fancy suit made, while Charlie hurriedly called the rich kid to strategize. But the rich kid was too busy living the high life to worry. He told Charlie not to sweat it, he'd handle everything. And Loyalty was hearing. He said to Charlie, your rich buddy will definitely run to Dad for help. No punishment for him. But you, my friend, if you don't want to be the scapegoat, take the offensive. Charlie was adamant, no snitch. Loyalty chuckled and stayed silent, arriving at his brother's for Thanksgiving. The family wasn't welcoming, they didn't want to see him. The dinner table was filled with tension, but Loyalty blathered on about some crass and rude topics, finally pushing his nephew to snap. He was supposed to be groomed for general by the president, but Loyalty's big mouth wrecked it. Little did he know, God thought some jerks had no business seeing this world. Loyalty, who is typically known for his fiery temper, surprisingly didn't get angry this time, a state which lasted until his nephew repeatedly displayed disrespectful behavior towards Charlie. From that moment, Loyalty's spirit intertwined with the young man's life. The gathering ended unhappily. On the way back, Loyalty urged Charlie to think about his future, but Charlie stood firm on his principles. Even though they were well off, they never considered themselves true friends. Young people often have their inexplicable stubbornness. To lighten Charlie's mood, Loyalty decided to take him out for drinks. Suddenly, Loyalty caught a whiff of a delightful scent. Charlie turned to see a stunning girl who struck his heart like Cupid's arrow. But being the shy guy he was, he didn't dare approach her. Loyalty stepped in to coach him on social skills. Just looking from a distance won't cut it. Be polite, throw in a joke or two, it makes approaching her a lot easier. As he spoke, Loyalty gave Charlie a live demo. With Loyalty's charm, the girl couldn't help but light up with laughter. Just then, the music started. Loyalty wanted to dance with her, but she worried about stepping wrong. Tango's like life, there's no right or wrong, Loyalty said, and she happily accepted the invite. Hand in hand, they danced onto the floor, creating cinema's most beautiful tango, a blind man with a dance novice girl. Initially, she felt shy, and her movements were awkward, but as the melody became melodious and enchanting, they gradually forgot their nervousness and constraint. For a brief moment, Loyalty seemed to have forgotten the memories he once lost. But alas, it was just a beautiful encounter. When introducing her to Charlie, her boyfriend wasn't pleased. This was Loyalty's inner play about the girl, reflecting his own feelings. The girl and his heart entwined with his true emotions. All they could do was watch her walk away with a heavy heart. On the way back, Charlie called the rich kid again. Just as Loyalty predicted, the rich kid chose to run to Daddy for help, leaving Charlie completely isolated. And all this was within Loyalty's expectations. Having lived a long life, had seen too much of the world. He felt that eventually Charlie would bend to the world and compromise with reality. The next morning, Charlie saw Loyalty hadn't risen. Curiosity led him to open the door. Loyalty lay in bed, seemingly devoid of meaning, pushing Charlie to grab his paycheck and tickets to leave. Alarmed, Charlie desperately tried to ignite some hope with various topics, but Loyalty's eyes remained dim. Until Charlie suggested a ride, Loyalty poked up. After all, had never driven a Ferrari. So off they went to rent a red Ferrari. But with Loyalty in the car, all the excitement seemed lost. Charlie saw right through him and found a quiet street for Loyalty to personally experience the thrill while taking on the role of his eyes.